Chair, Swati Madam and Hira, and of course my dear friend, my philosopher, my guide. She always helps me, and because of she, I'm here. One and only Dr. Sanjay Deshpande. When I met first time regarding this conference, then Sanjay sir told me, if you do something different, which will be liked to the audience. When we thinking started on this, why not we start on the sports? Because in this seminar, the one word is missing, that is sports physical education. Russia is basically famous for physical culture, which I read it in my history, in my graduation level. And that time I realized, sir, why not I start the sports diplomacy with the Indo-Russian relationship, and the topics born with the help of my guider, my friend. So dear, as you know this what we mean by sports, and sports is very important as per concern about every human being and every human person. And as India also has started, one of our Honorable Prime Minister started Khelo India. And that time only I realized why not we can emphasize this particular subject. As sports is pertinent to the physical activity which is related to maintain, improve your physical ability. As you can see, the Russian people, how they are physically fit, their personality, everything you admire, and you will like this. And that is why the sports is very important. And the main topic is why I am using this word, that is sports, soft power, and what is the meaning of soft power and how you have to use in particular aspect. So in the politics also you can see the soft power they are using for ability to talk rather than the words, other the words. Soft power involves shaping the preference other to the need and attraction. In very short term we can say the use of country's culture, economic influence and pursuit other countries to do something rather than the use of the military power. And as you know, every country when you go for the war and all, it will never use for the people. The people always like sports, do something activity, to come together and to maintain the relationship. And that is a soft power idea behind it. And soft power always, you civilize your culture, your drama, your political, your food, you can art, your music, as well as language helps for this. Now we'll come to the point that is very important, which my paper, my article is emphasizing, highlighting those ideas, that is a soft and sports diplomacy. The sports diplomacy, you can see this term domestically used for the nation building and achieved through the four mechanisms, that is the sports diplomacy. The sporting events can be used a means of the building trust between adversaries on the hostilities between peoples can be mirrored on playing fields. Friends, the first term used as a sports diplomacy is the major competition in the case of the refers preliminary summer Olympic Games and other Olympic Winter Games, as well as FIFA World Cup forums attracting the largest audience to the worldwide, and that is why the sports diplomacy always helps to bring two nations together. The many heads of the state also attend the major sporting events such as the FIFA World Cup, Cricket World Cup, which provides platform multiple dialogues. And that is why sports always bring two countries for the dialogues, for the peace, for the nation building. The major sports event is a great way to introduce the world, the culture of the country, and creating the positive image and demonstrate changes. As you know, why the Olympic is organized, why the Asian Games organizes. And that is why these games are very important to bring two countries, to world, to make a peace. And if you see the Olympic Charter also, in Olympic Charter also they emphasizes that four things are very important. That four things bring together all years fastest to people to bring together. And that is why the major sporting events give rise to tangible financial benefits. As you know, then two countries comes together, automatically business it's come together, and that is why this Indo-relationships is very important, which already last 75 we are maintained, but we are missing that segment, that is the sports, and I'm really trying to that. Sports also comes, the physical culture also comes. Now friends, the second term then this sports diplomacy used that is not directly associated, which is the competition, perhaps the most reflects the characteristics of the phenomena, the sense, the represents the realization of politics. The object is to sports and agents acting all levels, personal, national and global. The third term, sports diplomacy, used in the most clearly reflecting the inconsistency of the term is the role of test paper like indicating changes and political climates. Friends, the sports diplomacy, the very famous example you can see the India-Pakistan matches. When the Zia-ul Haq first time he wanted to dialogue with the Indian country because Pakistan is very financially that time crashed. There are several problems they are facing in that, but that time he used this sports diplomacy and he visited to India, as everyone recall those days that Zia-ul Haq first time he entered in India and he started the matches with it. So see, that is why I am giving this example why sports diplomacy is important for the two countries being together. Yeah, I'm correct. So we can see in the future plan improve the relation between Indo-Relation physical education as well as India-Russia research study. We can do India-Russia culture. Physical culture is very important in Russia, as well as we can do the sports coaching aspects. Then Russia political movement of physical education and sports. We conclude this. With this, Indo-Russia relation will be help to India sports development as well as help two country political relation, well business development, past history. Russia also good relationship with the political aspects. There are various games, aerobic, gymnastics, etc. we can bring together. And the last but not least, there can be a several exchanging program between those two countries, such as academy, as well as research, physical education, traditional games, sports and coaching, sports training. Sports can use a tool of soft power, both internationally and domestically. Peace building and nation building can be achieved through the mechanism of sports diplomacy and politics. Last but not least, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Jai Vignan and Jai Physical Education. Thank you so much.
Last presenter in this session, Dr. Purvi.